You're listening to Borderless Banter, a weekly podcast by hopefully soon to be two of your favorite people in the world, Jorge and Goody.
All right, there you go. Episode numero 14. 14. How's it going, man? I haven't seen you in a while. And when I say a while, it was
like
yesterday.
Well, because we're recording, we decided, I say we decided, I basically called you and was like, hey, I don't want to record on Thursdays anymore.
Let's switch today. So that's
we're recording
good.
on Mondays.
Monday. So anyway, so it feels good on a Monday.
Yeah, I'll admit, I would get to Thursday because my day off is Friday.
Yeah,
And so I would get to Thursday and I'm like,
you just want to rest.
as much as I love recording the podcast, I'm like, I could go home and rest because I don't have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, that is great though. So yeah, Mondays is good, but here's the deal with Mondays, Lug. How many people think they love Mondays for real?
I feel like not a lot of people do love Mondays.
Now here's a question for you: are your Mondays the same amount of Mondays because you have to work on Sunday?
Yeah, because I mean, let's be real. Because like last night, which was Sunday night. I don't know when this podcast will come out. So, but when we're recording, it's Monday. So the previous day was Sunday. I mean,
that's pretty good. You just learned that. That's good stuff. That's great.
That's that Georgia public education. Or I guess technically I grew up in Tennessee. So Tennessee public education. Thank goodness for Mississippi and Louisiana. They were always worse than us. Anyway.
So they may not know. They were like, is it Tuesday before Saturday?
Oh, consistently, man. Tennessee education ranks 48th. Only in front of Louisiana and Mississippi.
Oh, that's tough.
But anyway,
keep going.
So Sundays, Sundays are a full day for me. So it doesn't really.
There's Mondays, just nothing. Last night was great. So we have a shout out to awesome people like.
Oh, look! Shout out to the Williamses.
Yep.
To the Crawfords / Matthews.
That was so good.
Us use their spaces for our bonfires for middle school and high school.
That was so fun though. You know, like it was the sky was beautiful over there at the Williamses farm. Beautiful pasture and the sky is there. Tons of kids are there.
I was worried it was gonna be too hot.
It was perfect.
No, it turned out perfect. I mean, it's chilly, but
no mosquitoes.
Which
is fantastic though, right?
Yeah.
I think if only I would change one thing, I will add more marshmallows. And I'll tell you what, I don't like marshmallows, but I was making Martin had this, I was trying to make for Mac this beautiful s'more. So I grabbed the graham cracker and then I just put it on the edge I found a spot, perfect.
Yeah.
And I put chocolate on top of it and that thing was cooking.
Like let it melt a little bit?
Yeah, for like 5, maybe 7 minutes, not lying.
Okay.
Right? And I was like, Mac, this is yours, man. And Mac is like, oh man, I'm excited. This is great. And then somebody's like, are you making us more? And we're like, yeah. And then they're like, there's no more marshmallows.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh.
That's my bad.
And then Mac goes, I don't want it anymore. And I was like, no, don't get disappointed. You need to try this. I mean, it's been cooking for almost 7 minutes.
Yeah.
You can see the chocolate was
like where it's
shiny.
Yeah, and you can tell where it's about to, like if you poked it, it would just
that was just perfect. Just for
yeah.
So then I needed another top because I was like, okay, that's fine. I was sending anyway. So I'm not gonna say who, but I told this student, hey, can you please keep an eye on this? Because there was a lot of people in there.
Right.
You know, it's cooking perfectly. I said, it's not gonna take me like but 2 seconds. I'll come back.
Yeah.
I came back, look around. That thing is gone. Oh no! And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest. I just got a little upset, but I was like, okay. I was like, there you go. And I said, who ate it? And they start talking. They're like, I don't know what we're talking about. And I was like, come on, guys, who ate this?
Yeah,
I just want to know who ate it, and just to ask if you enjoy it. And then this other student goes, it's on the floor. So somebody just
had like knocked it
on
off.
purpose, knock it down. And I was like, that's it.
You have my permission to smack some students.
Yeah, but I don't think I can say that to the jail, to the police. I'm going to be in jail.
That's true.
But anyway, so that was good. But that was fantastic, though. That was a good time.
It was fun.
Yeah, Jeff, which hopefully we get Jeff here one day.
We do need to have Jeff Colquitt on here.
We have a guest today. He's just the mask. I'm so sorry. What was his name?
Ling Ling?
I think so.
Bow Bow.
Bow Bow. That's right. Bow
Bow.
So there's Bow Bow right there for it. Anyway, so that was pretty good. So good week this week. Lots of stuff happening on sports. Soccer, this is cool. Have you seen that the MLS is trying a new format for the playoffs?
No.
That's pretty good. It's interesting. So the
Okay.
so we're going playoffs. So the Atlanta United is going to playoffs. So they're doing this. A 3-game first round, they're going to be 3 games. Best out of 3. So
you have to play
go
the
home,
same
then come back, and then there's a third one. Whoever wins
What?
2, yeah, that's right. It's a new format.
That's going to take forever.
Well, it's there. I think it's like 15. No, it's about 12 days of that.
Holy moly.
So what that means? What does that mean? More money,
Oh, well, yeah, that's
right?
true.
And then after that, it's just 1 game. So they already got like the wild card game.
That's how baseball, when they moved the 1-game wild card to 3-game.
Oh, that is why
I hate
we
that. I hate
lost.
that.
Like we were
About the
so
Braves?
good.
Yeah, because we had to sit around and wait for a 3-game series.
It's terrible. And then the Phillies, which I really dislike the Phillies.
They came off on a hot streak because they
they're
kept
hot.
playing.
Are they still leading right now?
I think it's tied right
Last
now.
time I checked it was 2-2. I
think it's 2-2.
And then the other one is 3-2. But yeah, and now the Braves are just. It doesn't matter what kind of records you get.
Oh man,
in a year,
wasted like one of the greatest
you're done.
regular seasons in history.
But I was reading about it because it's really interesting though. They don't publish. Oh, there's my phone. I need to turn it down. They don't publish how much money people make.
Oh, I know.
But it's obviously that's what they're doing. That's what
absolutely.
They went, instead of 1 game, they went to 3 games. And then at one point, they're going to do 5 games on it, right? I think that's what they're doing, 5 games now in the wild card. No.
It's only 3 games on the wild card.
And then it's 5 and then it's 7, though, right?
Yeah, 5 in the divisional and then 7 and 7.
So I think maybe the MLS is going to do that stuff. So anyway, so that's it. Messi did not qualify. Atlanta United is there. So we're going to go visit Cincinnati, I think. No. Who do we need to go look?
Well, while you're looking that up,
Yeah.
you know who did win this Saturday?
Who?
Newcastle United.
They did?
4-0 over Crystal Palace. So good. So good. We are now, granted, this doesn't mean anything, but like
is still,
on
though.
the betting odds, we're the favorite
Really?
behind Man City.
Well, Man City's struggling. This guy's talking about this stuff again. Yeah, so they're struggling right now. And I think, ain't that Man City second?
I think so.
Yeah. So best, there you go. Columbus. So sorry. So we're done. Round 1, best out of 3 series.
Crew. They're one of the original MLS teams.
Yeah, they're pretty good though. And that's when like they play Mexico. They take them over there to Columbus when it's really cold.
Oh, Columbus. Look, man. So I don't know who. This is going to be interesting to me to see who. Because soccer in the U.S. is just interesting because so like Mexico, when you go to play Mexico in like a World Cup qualifier or whatever it may be, there's no doubt where you're going to play.
Yeah.
You're going to play at the Azteca.
Right.
You're going to play in Mexico City.
That's right.
And you're going to play like 7,000 feet above sea level.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Crazy. Yep.
That's just how it is.
That's true.
You go to play Germany. You're going to play at the Olympic Stadium in Berlin.
That's
like
right.
there is a single place you're going to play. The U.S. like I can't decide if I like it or not. Like their option to play at so many different places.
Yeah,
But then again, it gives you an opportunity. Like I don't know if you remember. I think it was a qualifier for the 2014 World Cup where we played. I think it was either Costa Rica or Panama in Colorado.
Oh.
And it like, there was like a blizzard. And so literally before the game, they were talking about calling off the game because they couldn't keep the field uncovered enough. And so, but they played it.
Yeah.
And Dempsey scored in like the 8th minute and then nothing
That was
happened
it.
the rest of the game.
They were like, all
Because
right,
it was just
prison.
they were just kicking through the snow.
But you have to take advantage of that, right? You need to be like your home. It needs to be
Yeah.
the way you destroy it because it counts.
But then they make dumb decisions, and I can't remember if this was. I think this was a qualifier, and it was against Mexico, and it was our home qualifier, and they played it at the Rose Bowl in L.A.
but that was before they start putting a lot of intel in that, right?
That's true.
So now they're like, are we supposed to be the locals right here?
But like, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, but if you want an advantage,
No, that's great.
don't play Mexico
That's right.
at the Rose
That's
Bowl
right.
in
Take it.
Los
And
Angeles.
that's what they're doing. So we go to Columbus. But anyway, Columbus, I mean, they always beat.
It's a tough crowd.
It's a tough crowd. It's one of those things that
Keeper agrees, man. He's frustrated.
Keeper, it's just Keeper is here with us today. He's like, what y'all talking about? Yeah. So anyway, so that's good. The Columbus 2-3 games. The new format. Let's see if people like it or not. They're making tons of money.
Yeah. I
with
mean,
Apple TV, which it makes sense, and that's what. So another one. Just talk about Messi real fast because we have to. No, we don't. He didn't want to play anymore with this season for Miami. He was hurt, they said.
Right.
Then he travels to South America, plays the game, scores 2 goals.
With Argentina? What? Are you serious?
No, that just happened last week.
Oh my
They're like, I
gosh.
thought you're supposed to be hurt. Yeah, I don't think so.
David Beckham's not going to
That's
be
right.
happy.
Have you finished that series though?
I haven't yet.
It's a great series, great series. Anyway, so that's about it. Hey, since we're in sports, you want to check your bracket and see how you're doing? Oh gosh. So we're playing from a shout out to Paul Knight. He put this terrible fantasy league.
I've never played with this many people.
There's like 12 of us.
No, there's like 14.
14. All right, so there's 14.
So like once you get to the bench,
You're done. No. Once you get around 3, it was done.
my running backs, my top running back, 3.8 points this week. Right now, I don't know who I'm playing. I'm playing third string cheese. I don't know who that is.
That's Matthew Olson.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm cooking some kind of trade-offs with this guy. He wants Adams, which is
Levante?
terrible. Yeah, he's done terrible. And I'm fighting with him. Like I can negotiate better stuff with this guy.
Well, so here's my problem. I'm the guy who always picks the wrong one to play that week. So like I have
You're 1 week behind.
yeah, so Smith and Jigba.
Oh, that's
All right.
awesome.
I benched him this week because he
Oh,
did terrible last week.
How
you know
many?
how many points he put? 14.3. Which in our league, if you can get that out of a
That's pretty
receiver
good.
or
That's
tight
good.
end,
Yeah, that's pretty good though.
like Tony for Kansas City. All right, last week he puts up like 16 points. So I was like, okay, I'll play him. Puts up a whopping 1.8 this week. So right now I'm losing.
No,
Listen to this score. Right now I'm losing 48.2 to 47.4.
it's just like 2 weeks ago.
And so
you and I.
So tonight, I mean, it all comes down to tonight. I have Kirk Cousins
Yep.
with Minnesota, and
Yep.
he has Brock Purdy
Yeah.
with San Francisco, which is who's playing tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
But
So,
I also have San Francisco's kicker.
Oh.
So like,
you're
I need them to kick field goals,
Yeah.
not score touchdowns.
well, yeah. And you just need. So you're in the same situation. I think you're gonna win, and you have 60% chances of winning.
Yeah.
Look at mine. Same thing. I have a play tonight. I'm done. I cannot score more. Right. So I already have 94 points. I'm playing.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I'm playing. I mean, we can say names though, right? It was like Jake
Hembry.
yeah, and he has 79.78 points. However, he has 58% chances of winning because tonight he has one tight end named TJ Hawkinson,
Yeah. For the Vikings.
which he's gonna score, or he's
I
gonna
have-
do stuff though, right?
I have Hawkinson in my other league.
and he has the San Francisco defense.
Oh, that's tough though. Like Hawkinson scores, then the defense doesn't get points. See, this is why I hate fantasy
he
football.
does. He has that. So what I want, this is the best scenario I want. I want for Minnesota to win,
Okay.
right? And maybe they will destroy the San Francisco defense, right? So they get like maybe 3 points if you want to.
But he never throws it to Hawkinson.
But he never throws to Hawkinson.
No, I need him to throw it to Hawkinson in my other one.
They can just throw Hawkinson just like short yardage, not touchdowns. So if I can do that, I'm going to win, but I don't think I'm going to. Anyway, so that's going to be fun. So that's what is the fun thing about that. And Paul Knight said this, and it's all right. What he likes about fantasy is that you think you know.
Oh, yeah.
Until that happens.
Yeah, well, and it just shows you that like 90% of these sportscasters on ESPN and stuff, they don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know. They just
it's all just talking points.
It's just like bantering, you know.
I mean, because
but with a big audience.
Because they, I mean, with the exception of like a few games that you can like reasonably call, like okay, Georgia plays Vanderbilt this year. Probably going to beat Vanderbilt. Like you can.
What do you mean probably? Like that is like.
Hey, look, man. We've gone into Nashville a few times and come out with our heads between our tails because they've upset us. But like when they have these talking points of, well, you know, if Caleb Williams has a good game, USC has a chance to win. It's like, really? If the quarterback plays good, they might win. Like, what is this, John Madden?
Oh.
If you score more points than the other team.
Yeah, that's right, though. Well, so talking about, like, Colorado, talk about Coach Prime, man.
Oh, man.
Coach Prime, baby.
I think I'm going to buy a hat.
Coach Prime.
Okay, here's...
You have to like the guy, though. You know?
I do. And here's my thing. Okay, so I have a big head.
Yeah.
Like, I have an abnormally big head.
Okay.
So I can't just go buy hats at the store. Like if I go to Lids, they only go up to like an 8 sometimes, and I wear an 8.5 in a fitted hat.
Yeah.
So there's a website called Hatland.com. Shout out to Hatland.com if you've somehow ever heard this.
Here's throw one.
I love
hat,
you guys.
One hat.
Send me some free swag. So every once in a while, so they have a big sizes spot on their website, and they have 8.5s. Well, as of last week, they have Colorado,
Coach,
Buffalo,
you have
Coach
to.
Prime hats.
You have to.
And I'm like, I kind of want to get one.
You have to, because like he is pretty good though. I mean, Colorado now is going back to like they went back to reality in a way though. But they lost. They lost.
What are they like 5-4?
I think so. No, actually, yeah, I think they're 4-5 now.
Okay,
they just lost last on Friday. Which by the way, do you see what he said about that game on Friday night? You have to watch it if you.
Is that the one that they lost to Stanford?
Yes.
Where they were up like 29-0 at halftime.
Yeah, that's right. And they came back though. But
Stanford beat them. And are you talking about the post game?
No,
when he's like chewing them out.
Pregame.
Oh,
I'm talking about pregame. What he said that those games on Friday night, no one watches.
Oh, that's true.
He's like, why do you guys put me on this schedule when no one watches this?
Well, the post game, I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't see it
because obviously Colorado's up 29-0 at halftime, and they lose. Yeah. He gets up and he gives this big long speech, and you can see everybody's just down, and it's like, oh, we're terrible. And then and at the very end, he finishes it, and he goes, "By the way, we're practicing tomorrow." And he walks off.
Yeah, so he has like next week they play UCLA, which I despise. UCLA, oh my goodness, that's like I don't know, I don't like that. But yeah, you need to get that one. Colorado Coach Prime hat, some swag, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
And then terrible Georgia Tech. We lost with Boston College. And
Boston College.
You don't think it's Boston College does Matt Ryan?
No. Well, yeah, maybe, but also Doug Flutie.
Oh, okay. There you go. And then we play next week, North Carolina. Oh, goodness gracious.
Hey, but North Carolina lost.
Did they?
Yeah. Who was it beat them?
No.
Yes.
Let's see this. I'm looking at.
See, folks, this is how prepared we are.
That we are super prepared by this stuff. It's like, all right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, they lost with Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. who's
Wow.
who's like terrible.
2 5s. But so then that means, and they lost at home. That means they're going to come to Atlanta really
Super
fired
ticked off.
up. Which, oh goodness gracious, it's going to be fun. So yeah, that's going to be fun on football. Which high school do you guys have next week?
First of all, we play Florida. All right, it's not quite a high school.
So what's the game day next week on football? Is it going to be Oregon, Utah? Probably. I think so. I don't see anything else.
Good for Utah beating USC though.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
And then LSU, gosh, do you see how bad they beat Army? 62-0.
Yeah. It's like, do you understand that maybe that's the school that is defending you when it really matters?
Okay. So to defend their honor a little bit, not that they need me defending their honor, you got to think about this. All right, like LSU, their offensive line probably averages like 300-something pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a big dude, so I can say this. We don't want no fatty McFatsters running around in the trenches trying to defend us over in the Middle East. Like, this body don't get up and down quick. So they can't have like a 330-pound
that's true,
lineman.
though. But then think about this, though. Like, I mean, that's just terrible. I don't want to say anything, but like, they exercise every day.
But they're not as big, though. That's the thing.
True. That's true. Samson was not big.
Who?
Samson?
Yeah, but okay. I mean, that's true. But he also had long hair. And that was his power.
Do you remember that guy with long hair? It was He was a running back for Pittsburgh in the early 2000s, late 90s. Long black hair. People start like pulling his hair all the time.
Was he a running back or was he the safety? You talking about
I think it was a running back, wasn't it?
because what's his face? Palomalu. He did the
Sounds like it though.
Troy Palomalu.
Maybe.
He was like a defensive back.
Oh, okay.
But he's the one that did the Head and Shoulders commercial.
Oh yeah, that's him. That's right. There he is.
I just whistled that S again.
You need to put this photo on it.
Holy moly. Look, man, if I had hair like that.
You need to put that one on it.
Hey, speaking of whistling S's.
Yeah.
Because I just whistled one bad. So yesterday I did the welcome in both services.
Yeah.
And so after the second service, Tom came up to me and he goes, just so you know, on the live stream, the mic was hot after you got off the stage and we're backstage.
Oh no.
And I was like, what? And I didn't say anything bad because I've learned like there is a chance that someone didn't mute it.
Yeah.
But in the middle of the welcome, I whistled an S.
Oh,
so loud.
Yeah.
And so I get off stage and I looked at Brent and I was like, bro, I whistled that S like nobody's business. And I like said it all weird. And it's on the live stream. Like people are greeting each other and you just hear me going, man, I just whistled that S.
So nobody was. That's funny. Is there a way we can get a clip of that one? That'd be great.
I can probably put that up
That'd
there.
be a great intro or outro anyway. Hey, so just since we don't talk about anything, but this is pretty good. So we're debating. There's no way for 14 episodes I haven't brought up the Formula One, the best racing sport in the whole wide world.
We were just debating this at dinner before we started.
Yeah, so they're coming to Vegas. I mean, this is the U.S. don't have. We have only one race, and it was in San Antonio. Sorry, and this is true story. People were not interested about the race, so they have to bring Taylor Swift, an artist, for them to play, and then, hey, come watch Taylor Swift, and then why don't you stay for a race? That's the kind of deal. So now the U.S., because it's growing so much, that thanks to that episode of series I call Need to Survive, or something. Say I Need to Survive. Is going like crazy. Number one show, watch everywhere. Formula One is growing. Now we have 3 Grand Prix, and there's one in Vegas with the minimum cost. The cheapest seats are $2,000
What?
for 3 days.
And this is why I don't.
It is
watch F1.
crazy. It's insane.
NASCAR, baby.
Now, Formula One.
But
Anyway,
man, you get
so
them cheap seats in the infield. Camp out with all your homies. I guess that wouldn't be homies. They'd be all the bubbas.
Oh, the Rick and Bobbas right there. Yeah, so that's awesome. So y'all be looking at it because it's a great sport. I convinced one of my daughters, Madison. She was like, "Is that the sport that just go in circles?" And I said, "Nope, that is NASCAR. Let me show you what a beautiful automotive sport looks like."
Look, man, we've got road courses on the schedule. Okay, a lot. And in fact, we turned a city into a racetrack before F1 did around here.
Was
and
that Bristol?
Had the race in Chicago.
No, you said around here. Yeah, around here.
That was a cool. That was a cool race.
I bet in Chicago, which right now, I went to Chicago. We're gonna get a little in politics, but not really. That city, it is scary now.
It is a dangerous city.
That's the city they film The Dark Knight, Batman.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a cool city. It's a really cool city, but now it kind of looks like Gotham. Like it's getting really they still think they're in character.
I enjoy Chicago. I like it better than because I've been to New York, been to Chicago. I like Chicago better just because it's still like you get the big city feel, but it's not near as crowded as New York.
Yeah, I hate New York. No, I don't hate it. That's not so. I just I think New York is like you go there one time,
right?
It's great. See whatever you want to see. Maybe if you want to just go to neighborhoods and walk around, I think museums are fantastic. That's the only thing I do like about New York. But there's so many people though.
I just don't know that I could live like on top of people like that. I mean, just the way that they.
Have you seen the size of the rats now?
The size of the rats, the size of the rent,
everything,
and the size of the apartments.
So now you're talking about rent and apartments. So BRVO or an Airbnb now are banned from New York City.
Really?
Yeah. So because everybody was like renting their apartments
and jacking the
price, so it was affecting the hospitality business big time. And now there
hotels
is
are taking a hit.
Yeah. So now you can go and rent a VRVO or a Airbnb, but you have to rent for 10-month minimum.
Oh, wow.
Nobody's going to do that.
So on TikTok, I follow a few, mainly because I just like to see like what apartments look like there. And it's crazy to see like a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
That's like 600 square feet. And it's like $3,500 a month.
Insane though.
And I don't get it.
It's great. It's too much. It's way too much though. Yeah, that's right. So New York rentals average $3,400 for a student rental to $7,395 for a 4-bedroom rental. Right. So the median price of a current available listing is $4,195, or roughly $77 per square feet. That's a lot of money, man.
Wow.
That's really expensive. But now you can speak like a homeowner.
It's true because I am a homeowner.
That's awesome. That's so great though. So yeah, rent is weird though. But yeah, but Chicago is becoming. They have like tents now for. I understand homeless. There's a problem that we have in the U.S. with homeless, and I get it, right? But I think sometimes we encourage that. So they have these guys. Have you seen the tents that they put in Chicago?
Oh yeah,
they're like really nice looking tents. They're plastic or something like that. So it's pretty nice stuff. And I know they need it because it's super cold. But anyway, so yeah, Chicago is there. I love food from Chicago. That's one of the things I do love.
You ever been to
Chicago?
Portillo's.
That's
like the hot dog place. Well, never mind.
Maybe.
Never mind.
No.
It goes back to an earlier conversation. Look, there's a German restaurant there too that I really like. I can't remember the name of it, but they have these pretzels, man.
Pretzels are good.
Holy cow!
So there's one thing one of my favorite movies growing up was called The Rookie of the Year. Have you seen that movie?
I heat up the ice cubes. Jorge, that is literally one of my. To me, it's in the top 5 sports movies of all time.
I love it.
Oh,
It's such a great one.
Absolutely. Hosenbagger.
One more. I'm gonna get you out. One more. That's right. And he goes like,
I brought you.
and then she
Reebok.
goes, it's me.
Mom. What a movie.
Great movie. So I love that movie. Watching it in Mexico, my grandpa loved baseball. So I think we'll talk about this. And so I got an opportunity to go to watch the Cubs.
Oh, nice.
And
That's on
that
my bucket
stadium
list.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then they have hot dogs in there. The way they make hot dogs and stuff like that. They have pretzels. That right there is, to me right now, just thinking about it, that's America at its finest.
Oh, yeah.
Like you go back in time, right? Like you can feel
especially
like
at
the
Wrigley
whole
Field.
thing. Yeah, it's so good though.
Because it and Fenway are the only 2 stadiums left in the MLB that are
The original.
1960.
Yeah.
And so I know that eventually,
They can't get rid of it. No, they have to stay there.
yeah, I mean, I guess they just have to accept
the
the fact
price.
that they have to just keep upgrading it.
Yeah, upgrading and paying
mean,
more
they
money
just
for it.
can't-
But now every year it's like wine. Every year it passes, it gets better and better.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's anyway. So yeah, that's one of the things. One of the things that I do want to do one day with my girls when they grow up. Maybe it's just to do a little tour of baseball stadiums or like
Oh, yeah.
famous stadiums. That would
That'd
be
be
pretty good though, you know. So anyway, that would be one of the stuff. But the problem is that they don't like baseball much, and you have to enjoy baseball because it's so long.
It is. Yeah, that'd be hard to convince them to go on a tour of baseball stadiums if they don't like baseball.
I don't know. Yeah, but they did like we went to Louisville and we went to the baseball museum. The
Louisville
baseball.
Slugger
Yeah, that
Museum?
was pretty fun. So they like that one. So anyway, so that's fun. Let me see. Do you have any sort of other items right now before?
Well, I have some sad news.
Oh no.
The Associated Press has reported that the world's oldest dog ever has passed away in Portugal.
How old was this dog?
You ready for this?
Yeah.
31.
No, was this a tortoise?
Says a 31-year-old dog in Portugal that had been
31.
ranked as the world's oldest dog ever has died. The guard dog,
What kind of dog was this? I
Named-
want that dog.
Bobby,
Bobby.
passed away over the weekend in a veterinary hospital.
I'm gonna tell you this. Now you bring that up.
He was just a mutt.
What?
He wasn't even a full, like, pure breed.
Really? So we have this beautiful dog. Hey, his name is Keeper. Maybe Keeper, come here, buddy. Come here. Make the debut. Come here, buddy. Right here. Come. Anyway, so Keeper right here. It's very interesting. We don't know what he has though, which is pretty sad. And we know maybe we're gonna lose Keeper soon. And no one, like, it's really weird though. Like, have you ever had dogs?
I haven't had dogs. My mom was a cat person.
Yeah. I mean, it's
so-
the same though, right? Like, I mean, you have a pet,
Yeah.
but no one really prepares you.
For losing them.
Yeah. It's like, you know what's going to happen, right? But it's like, and they're just like, you know, they're the best things ever.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like a touchy subject right now with the Delan Hills right here.
Yeah.
Because we love Keeper. He is our COVID dog. Our pandemic dog. So we got it right before the pandemic. So it was awesome because we were in this house 24/7 pretty much for like 3 or 4 months.
And had him to.
And he was really good. And so he would know exactly who was anxious and who was getting about to lose their mind. And he would come and just sit out beside us. We'd let him pet him. And then after that, he would go and jump to another couch.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome. It's still pretty awesome. But now he walks like when his head like tilted.
He's got a lean. Yeah.
And then he goes like Michael Jordan. He has his tongue out all the time. So yeah, that's Keeper. Anyway, so that's pretty sad. 31 with Bobby though.
That's crazy.
That's insane though. Isn't that like?
Well, because I mean, if you do the whole quote unquote dog year thing, I mean that's over 210 years old.
That's right, because it's 7 years supposedly, right?
The age, yeah.
So yesterday, one of our students, as I was driving, one of your students, one of my friends, daughter's friends, we're talking about it, and she said, have you ever thought, she said this, have you ever thought that maybe one day you could be the oldest person in the world? And then like the other two people, like, they laughed. They're like, what are you talking about? And I was like, hold on. What are you saying? It's so profound. It's so crazy. What would you do if you were the oldest person in the whole world?
Well, think about it, though. The second that you were born, you were the youngest person in the world. For like split
milliseconds, though, right? But that's
babies
right.
are getting born all the time. But
no, there's another one. There's another one.
Yeah.
There's another one. It's like A Wonderful Life. You like that movie?
Yeah.
Tiffany loves that movie. It's like, here goes when the cashiers is talking about, here's another angel receiving their wings. Yeah. So I don't know. I was talking about that yesterday. If you were the oldest person in the world, you have to do something so memorable so people can think about it.
That's true.
And then we start talking about it in the Bible, how many people were super old. That's shocking, though, right? Like, how was Methuselah, or who was the oldest person?
They were into the 900s.
It's crazy, though. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. It was Methuselah lived 802 years after. I think so.
It's pretty bad that the pastor here doesn't have
962. Jared's was 962. Oh man, that's crazy. I don't want to live that long.
I know, right?
So Tiff and I have that question all the time. Like, if you go, will you do anything? I'm like, nah, I would terrible. Let's go together, you know. So this is terrible. But when all the four of us are flying somewhere and stuff like that, or on a road trip or something, we're like, we go right now. It's good.
Yeah,
the four of us are together. So anyway, so that's pretty good to think. Just pretty morbid that we're talking about this, but maybe we need to cut this part. Hey, so 2 guests. What do you think about so far? The 2 guests that we have. You like that?
I've enjoyed it so far. I wonder if maybe next time we need to like have a segment with them in it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And not just have them the whole time. Because I feel like I'm just in editing the 2 with them so far.
They're just sitting there like, what's happening?
Yeah, like half the time me and you are going back and forth and they're just in the middle going.
I think it's awesome though. Well, I think it's great. They just need to get into it though.
That's true.
Like
they're not like they don't have our dynamic, man.
I know, but what would
they don't know Keiko. All right.
That Keiko thing is mind blowing. Like here we are, like
it's such a random
10-year difference, right? Thousands of miles on it,
and I make reference
Keiko
to
comes together. So good, yeah. So maybe that's an idea. Maybe a little interaction on it. That'd be pretty good. So I don't know, but I enjoyed having those 2 guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I cannot wait to see what the reaction is from our viewers, and also from them. When they left, it felt good.
Yeah, I'm going home after this to edit and get both of those out.
No, I think so. Here you go. I was talking to Matt Baird, the first guest, and he was like, "I enjoyed it, man. It was great. It's great. I want to be there again." I was like, "All right, that's all good." I was like, "Maybe we invite you again sometime." And I haven't talked to Andrew about it, but we definitely need to bring a middle schooler.
Yes. Probably by the name of Kendall.
Kendall would be great. You know what? There's one. You remember? I hate that I can use this guy because he's one of the the Cosby Show guy. Isn't that Cosby? Bill Cosby. Yeah.
Yeah.
When he had little kids and he asked them all random questions. We should do that. We should definitely grab Kendall and then start asking her like
just really random
questions. Just, oh gosh, that's the way that you try. Oh man. Anyway, that's it. I don't know. I think this is an easy one. Pretty simple. We have a random thought for you.
Okay.
Do you like tomatoes or tomatoes?
Okay. by themselves, no.
Yeah.
So like, if you just like sliced up a tomato, I'm not gonna touch it. If you put it on a burger, you've ruined that burger.
True.
But I love ketchup,
Oh, it's funny you mentioned
and obviously I love salsa.
Oh my gosh, you're just coming into my little question right now.
And here's the weird part. I've now gotten to where I love pico de gallo.
Oh, yeah?
Which is just chopped up tomatoes.
Hunt. Yeah.
But to me, if you put it on a burger, it just... I want my burger to be hot.
Yeah.
And you get that bite of like cold-ish tomato, and it's just weird.
I need to make you talk about pico de gallo. I need to talk to you I make a pico de gallo. One thing that I hate is the inside of the tomatoes.
Oh, where it's like, it starts to turn like white.
Yeah, so I take all that out and so my pico de gallo is pretty solid all the time.
Yeah.
And people love it. So for spring, I'll make you one, but I have this. So tomatoes are fruit, right?
Correct.
They're not vegetables.
That's
right?
correct.
So then that means ketchup is jam. Mind blowing. Mind blowing.
It also means pizza's healthy, right? It's got a fruit base.
Oh, so now fruit. Think about this. I think Apple, the company Apple,
Okay.
miss a great marketing and name opportunity. They could just name their chargers apple juice. So every time, think about this. Every time somebody will think and say apple juice, you mean Apple? Destroying the Samsung industry right there. Apple juice, done. Kids will grow up. I mean, they already know Apple, but they will be like,
true.
"Where's my apple juice?" And it's Apple. Think about this. Sponsor.
Don't give them any more. They got plenty of money and plenty of ideas. I'm sure. Look, they're going to release something next year that Android's been doing for 10 years already.
That's sad.
I say that as someone who has switched to Apple and I'll never go back. Not because I mean, Android phones are far superior in performance
absolutely.
and what they can do. But for me, I just like the ease of use between all my devices.
Yeah,
So,
that's
I mean,
you can fight that.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. And now I'm not sure if this is true. Have you seen the one that you can just go and pass a contact on it? So like if our phones are here, I can just grab Liz
and
touch yours and it goes without doing anything.
what kind of voodoo
Or now like if I want to pass something to you, I just go ding.
that's kind of cool.
I touch you that stuff. The touch my it's like, can you give me your hold on, I need to bring this up. This is major flash. I don't think I told you this story.
Okay.
So yesterday, Madison goes to the Grave Wolf Lodge on Friday, right?
Okay.
And they have fun and everything. And then yesterday, just doing tennis, Madison had a tennis match. Somebody was like, "Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that happened to Madison." And then Tiffany turns around and she's like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you something." I was like, "Okay, well, what's happening?" I mean, I checked Madison. She's like, "Yeah, yesterday, it was Saturday. Madison was Friday and Saturday. This guy came in Grave Wolf Lodge and asked for Madison's phone number and for her Snapchat."
Oh no.
And I was like, "What? How come you didn't tell me that?"
And how old was this boy?
I don't know. So now I call him the thug.
What did that street youth say to my daughter?
So now Tim Madison is like, he was not a thug. And I was like, so then you're defending him now. So if you're that thug, I'm watching you. I'm watching you, bud. Watching you right now.
So note to all you boys who want to date Jorge's daughters.
Yeah, that's right. You need to pass through these two guns. Boom, boom.
All right, I'm going to ask you a closing question.
Go for it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
This is an interesting question. What is the most outdated, because we're talking about, phones and technology and all this stuff. What is the most outdated piece of technology that you own and actually use?
The most outdated technology now.
Right?
All right.
I mean, I guess if I really thought about it, I'm using an iPhone 10.
10. No. I think.
But I still play my N64.
Oh, you have an N64? Dude.
That was my first console.
That N64 that was nice. Is that
Oh, yeah.
N64 GoldenEye?
Yes.
Oh, what's the name of the little character?
Odd Job. And it was like an unwritten rule that you couldn't be Odd Job.
That, and you cannot pick, like, there was some, like, caves or something that you can just hide.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody can see you.
No one can see you because you're just like back in the corner.
So, I don't know. I'm thinking, like, that I use old technology as, hold on, is it old technology, is it the technology itself or old as the product?
Maybe just like the product.
Oh,
I mean, like I still use a record player.
dude, that is fantastic.
We have a record player in our living room.
I love. My dad had, obviously in the 70s, 80s, they had a record player, and they have the little spongy kind of like thing you have to clean.
Oh, nice.
The vinyl and stuff
So
like
this
that.
mine was my dad's.
Oh,
and
that's
so
so
and it's
cool,
not the ones, now kids these days have, because it's vinyl's cool and retro,
yeah.
and they have these like suitcase record players that kind of have like built-in speakers.
No,
No,
yours is the
man, I
original.
have the full deck and then the receiver,
No.
an amp, and then speakers coming off of it.
That sound, the scratchy sound.
Oh,
though.
it sounds so good.
So there's, I always say I love, everybody loves Raymond, but there's this episode of the dad when he loves his records.
Yeah.
And Ray Romano or everybody was running that Raymond character, tries to convince his dad to switch to DVDs, to CDs.
CDs, yeah.
And the guy didn't like it because he said, you can never beat that sound, the scratching noise when it's about to start. It's so powerful. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have one. I think I'm just thinking like,
You're just so modern.
no. But it's like I don't have many gadgets like that.
Right.
I will say probably like that we use that is old and stuff like that. I mean, I'm gonna guess like, I don't know. I maybe just the microwave or kitchen, old stuff or something. But I don't think I have that. I miss that though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy me something right now that I can just feel.
There you go.
Maybe you asked me in 10 years, I can said, remember that question?
Hey, you can go online right now and buy you like a PS2 or a,
That'd be good though, wouldn't
you
it?
can play like FIFA 07.
Oh, that would be great. Now, if I can go back to it, I'll probably go
That
buy
had
me an
Ronaldinho on
Atari.
Oh, play some Pong.
That's right. Ping, pong, pong. Anyway, but that's a good question though. I didn't give you an answer, so I feel terrible.
It's okay.
But I learned from you. That's pretty good. So anyway, if you guys have any thoughts, and why don't you just put your more vintage position that you have? No position, but technology.
But you know what I did watch on old technology?
What's that?
Free Willy on VHS.
No, that is sentence.
And on that note, Salina Ayun Isis.
See y'all later.
See you, podcast listeners.
That was a good close up, man.